Today's the day, boys. So I finally have all the parts together, and now I can pretty much just redo the whole front end, and I'm pretty fucking happy to do that. So actually earlier this week I installed the rear sway bar and end links, and I just did that to make it easier so I can focus on just the front, because I have the control arms, the sway bar and end links, and the inner and outer tie rods to do today. And it's just a lot, so Mike is going to be coming over soon, and he's just going to help me bang it out. And then tomorrow I got to get in alignment, and then I will finally be like driving straight in this car, and I'll be a lot more comfortable with the rusty shit that was under there, and I'm just excited to get all that shit out. So, starting to decorate the jack, you know what it is. I have an ISR Performance one upstairs. We're going to slap on there and make it look all sick. Let's jack this shit up, baby! Excuse me, okay. Oh, okay, that's not working. Now, before you jack your car up, make sure you break your lug bolts loose, or nuts, whatever one you have, just so you can actually get them off. Alright, so I got the wheels off, and the lighting sucks ass in here, even with all the lights on, so I put the floodlight things on. So now it's way brighter in here. And now we can see what we're working with. Look at that brake setup. Fucking sick. Alright, so everything in there and what I'm going to be doing looks pretty simple, but I'm going to take some pictures, and I advise everybody else to do it, because it just helps when like you're putting things back together and you're like, where'd that shit go? So right now I'm trying to figure out what I want to do first, whether I want to start with the tie rod, since that's like on its own, or to start on the lower control arm. Obviously the sway bar I'm going to do last, but I think I'm going to do I'm going to get the inner and outer tie rod out, because as you can see that little bolt or nut back there, it'll be easier to get to without that tie rod in the way. Even though you normally would just put a wrench on it. Thanks, fucking motorcycles. Jesus Christ. But you can get a wrench on back there. But I mean, I figured just get this thing out of the fucking way. Safety first. All right. So first things first. Since if anybody who wants to know how to do tie rods, I just gotta take this cotter pin out right there, and then you undo that nut. We're gonna bang out that, and then we'll go on to the inner. This is the outer. Alright, so cotter pins are a bitch, and especially when they've been in there a while, so it's all rusted. So easiest way to do it is to just cut each side and then put your socket over it, undo it. So you just break the cotter pin, and then you replace it after. But I mean, I'm putting in a whole new tie rod, so I already have replacement cotter pins, so probably just gonna cut it. Fucking send it. So Mike has the dikes, so I'm just gonna start doing the control arm shit. Like, just little things, and then I won't take the actual control arm out, but not yet. Alright, so the top bolts, like, you know how like you gotta hold one with a wrench and then the other with a ratchet? It's like in a really awkward spot to where it's like hard for me to do both, so I'm just gonna say fuck it and wait for Mike to like sit on the top and hold it while I crank it on the bottom. So looks like we're gonna wait, boys. So in about 5 seconds, I'm about to just sawzall this fucking shit off, because it's honestly the easiest way, and if you're replacing it, like, you're not doing any harm. I mean, obviously you can't use that one anymore, but I have new ones, so fuck it. So I ended up getting it off, and now we can continue. Aw, shit. Alright, so now we got this off, and same with over here, and now we're gonna get the end links off. Right now we're working on getting this sway bar out, and then we'll move on to the control arm. So we're moving right along. We got the front sway bar out. Now we just got to get this lower control arm out. He's working this cotter pin out where the ball joint is. Let's fucking get it. Alright, so we just got that bolt off, and then we'll have to get that bolt right there, and then that control arm's coming right out. Now we're just doing the other side over here. And bang bang. Alright, so now that that's off, gonna want a pickler.
Pickle fork.
Alright, so we just got the camera soaked and shit, and we just had a battle with this fucking ball joint. And the lower control arm's out though now. That thing's a fucking bitch, in case anybody was wondering. But now we're just gonna get that out. Oh, look at that light.
Light.
Alright, so we got our new lower control arm in. Now we're going to do the other side before we do the tie rods and sway bars and shit. Alright, so the control arms are out. Got this arm back on both sides. And then we gotta do the sway bar, but we got pizza here, so we're gonna take a break. Fuck you doing in my shop? Alright, so this is the old sway bar. Just gonna reuse these brackets, but I have new bushings. And we're just gonna switch it over to this Hot Boy blue with like sparkles Megan Racing sway bar. Alright, so now to match the rear, we got the other sway bar in. Here we go. Oh, you can't really see over here, but now we gotta get the end links in. And yes, the sway bar is Hot Boy as fuck. Alright, so the end links are in on both sides, and now I got a wrench on the tie rod to get the last and final step of this whole fucking procedure. Alright, so there's a little trick you can do. You got the jack right underneath the wrench. You pop it up, because they're normally tight as fuck, so. Alright, so now both sides have the inner and outer tie rods back in. The boots are back on. And we're done. Got you can see the nice sway bar, end link, control arm, and inner and outer tie rods. I'm pretty hyped. I actually put some rack spacers in too, so we might get a little extra angle, boys. And now I'm just gonna put the tires back on and give myself like a little garage alignment. And then obviously tomorrow you want to get right to an actual alignment shop and get yourself an alignment, because this is only like very like just to get me there kind of thing. Like obviously I'm gonna have it safe, but I mean it's definitely not gonna be perfect, so you're gonna want to do that. But so I'm gonna get to doing that, and yeah, pretty much done. Probably gonna clean up a little because it's fucking a mess right now. Oh shit, it's sitting all pretty. I think I'm gonna shut the garage door because there's so many coyotes outside and they just keep howling and it's so fucking annoying. Alright, so as you can see, it's towed in right now, so I'm just gonna give a little alignment by eye and make sure it's somewhat straight, and then tomorrow I'm gonna bring it to an alignment shop so it's like actually perfect. Alright, so I fixed the tow, and now I'm gonna get an alignment tomorrow. Everything went pretty smoothly, thanks for Mike's help, because it like really doing it as a team like helps a lot instead of doing it by yourself. But yeah, so finally got more suspension parts and I'm hyped. So hopefully some turbo parts will come up, and same with skirts. But I am tired as shit right now and I'm gonna go to bed. So low and slow, like and subscribe.